All right, guys, so this week we are going to discuss why you, the amateur golfer, struggles to hit the long iron. You know, when you look down, you see that 3, 4, 5 iron, you need it to get to the green, you start to panic. You are not alone. This is a major issue for tons of golfers, and I'm going to give you some great tips in order to learn how to hit that seriously solid long iron every time. Hey guys, if you're enjoying these videos, please like, comment, and subscribe. Every single time we get that sub button hit, it helps us build this community. I greatly appreciate all of your support. All right, hitting long irons is really difficult for the average amateur golfer, and a lot of players struggle with it, and they don't understand the adjustments that need to be made, or they make adjustments that don't need to be made that they've heard of from their buddies. Now, one of the favorite things that I've heard is that we need to change ball position. If you are a player who's been watching my videos and increase speed, you know that you want ball position consistent, okay? I am not a fan of having players move their club head more up. That affects where we are striking the golf ball, or it causes us to make some different movement with our body in order to add more loft. I'm not looking for a more high-speed player to make compensations in their golf swing. If you're a slow speed player though, you're going to want to start moving that club more up so we can catch it slightly more on the upswing and get the golf ball more up in the air. Now, I've spoken before, low speed players, senior golfers, real little kids, we're allowed to get some scoop into our golf swing. That's going to help us get the golf ball airborne. Whereas a high speed player is looking to keep that loft down and use the speed to hit that nice controlled golf shot. All right, so the first thing we have to understand is what's the difference between a long iron and a short iron. Simply put, a long iron is going to have less loft, so it will naturally result in a lower trajectory. Another big key difference is the long irons are generally longer. Now, you have one length clubs that are coming into play. If you're not one of those players, then you're going to just have to deal with the fact that it's longer. It's going to create more speed, but it's also going to be harder for the average player to control. We've learned over the years that the average golfer will struggle once we start putting the longer shafted clubs in their hands. It's just natural, harder to swing. The center of mass is moving farther away from the hands, and that's perfectly normal. But in terms of changing the swing, we're not looking to make any difference in the actual motion when we're looking at long irons versus short irons. We want to adjust how we set up. Now, if we take a look at the setup differences between these two clubs, I have a pitching wedge right here and I lay it flat on the ground. It's more upright. The long iron is going to be lower, okay? I'm going to have to control how far away I set up from each one of these golf balls. Now, with the pitching wedge, I'm going to be closer. With the long iron, I am now moving farther away. Okay, that change in setup is going to allow me to keep my posture. It's going to put me in position where I can make the same body rotation swing with each club. Now, one very important movement pattern that we can have is how we finish with our long irons, right? We want to feel that our body is going to work into more extension through the strike, because it's going to be harder to get away with a long iron versus a short iron when you're smothering the golf ball, right? We need that extension, we need that proper release in order to put the solid strike consistently on a long iron. Now, another major issue that I see out of players with long irons is that they try and get their hands too involved and hit the golf ball and create their speed with their hands in transition, right? We don't want to get up to the top and start feeling everything yanking down in front of our pivot. We actually want to feel with our long irons that our transition goes slower and takes longer. That will help us put our club head behind our hands and rotate. So don't try and create all your speed with your hands. Instead, use your pivot like you would with a short iron that you're trying to control, right? We are oftentimes thinking that we need to get a lot of distance when we're hitting the long irons. And I even find with really elite players, that can be one of the main reasons that they struggle. Take your time, control your downswing, use your pivot to hit the golf ball solid every time. All right, guys, I hope this video helped everyone play better golf. Remember, when you're hitting your long irons, you're going to have a different distance that you're setting up from the golf ball. You're going to have to deal with the fact that there's less loft and the club is longer. If you can get all those things down and use your pivot properly, you are going to start hitting better long irons time and time again. This Tuesday, I have a great video coming out though. I'm gonna give you some amazing drills on how to control and learn how to feel better when you're striking your long irons. Hope you guys enjoyed it, and I hope to see you Tuesday. Hey guys, if you like this video, please like and comment. I come out with new content every Saturday, Sunday, Tuesday, and Thursday. Thanks a lot, you guys.